We all expect in an emergency, an ambulance can take us to the hospital. But this year, City News has learned sometimes police officers are doing that job in Edmonton. That exclusive coming from Police Chief Dale McPhee in a one-on-one interview.
We're acting as the ambulance a lot of times right now because EMS is code red and they don't have enough staff.
A code red is called when there are no ambulances available in a city, bringing in crews from out of town or other emergency services. Alberta Health Services confirms there are a small number of instances where Edmonton police officers brought patients to hospital, stressing it is rare. Edmonton's police chief saying this highlights the pressure of the pandemic fallout on all systems.
The ambulances just say that we're tied up, we're not going to be able to get there, where we just have to actually transport in our police cars.
Is that common? Has that happened before?
That shouldn't happen. And it's not because they're not working their tails off, it's just because sometimes it's busy. And that tells you something about some of the issues in your city.
Alberta Health Services has been warning of increased emergency calls for most of 2022, saying they are up 30% across Alberta. Combine that with more sick staff and fatigue.
So it was very critical that she got there as soon as possible.
And while this summer, Calgary had a toddler taken to hospital in a fire truck, Edmonton's fire chief says they haven't had to do that here, but they are noticing more medical calls where fire is the first to arrive, up about 40%.
We have seen more opioid-related calls than last year, but what one of our primary drivers has been is actually chest pain and breathing problems, which is very surprising, but not so surprising when you think of the pandemic and what we came out of.
For the police chief, he understands how hard it is to recruit and retain medical staff after the pandemic, saying even police recruitment is down.
But all organizations talk to our people. What do you think the biggest risks are? The two top risks are politicization of policing and member wellness.
In Edmonton, Carly Robinson, City News.